Praise. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Shalom. Shalom, shalom. My Hebrew family this morning. This is Prophet Elishaba. I'm the prophet of God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the mother of Jerusalem, the great Holy Spirit. This is Prophet here this morning. I'm here to do what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going to read the title of this lesson that we're going to be doing this morning, me and the remnant. But as I can see, they're not here on time. They're not here on time. So this is how I know the God of Israel keep telling me that you're not ready. You're just not ready to be the remnant. You're not ready. You're not ready. Not at all. So I'm going to start right now. And the title of this is The Remnant, the Hebrew Nation, the second assignment, join it together. Join it together. This is the problem. You're not ready to be the remnant. You let your jobs come in front of you, your education, your life, everything that you're doing that is of no value, that's not going to help you, no way, no shape, no form in this life. Somebody already left a thumbs up. Could be Sister Linda, could be Sister Daylise, could be Sister Richardson. But I'm just saying to y'all Hebrew sisters, y'all are not ready to be the remnant, because you got to be here. You got to be here and do what the God of Israel wants us to do as the Hebrew nation. We are the Hebrew nation. We are the remnant. We are the people. It's assignments. It's things that the God of Israel wants us to do as the remnant, as one, unified together. Unified together. It ain't about no more church and church service and listen to elders and listen to what they call the truth. We the remnant. We don't need none of that. We don't need any of that. All we need is our gods now to lead us, to guide us, to direct us, and show us how to be the remnant. This is assignment today. This is the second assignment for the Hebrew nation, the remnant. I told you I'm the prophet of the remnant. I'm the prophet. I've been chosen by the God of Israel and the mother of Jerusalem to be the prophet of the remnant, to lead, to guide, to connect you to your gods and help you to be the remnant, because you just don't know how. You don't know how. You think you being a remnant connected to some church or some elder or some pastor or some ministry. No, it have absolutely nothing at all to do with that. And I hope y'all can hear me plain and clear. It have absolutely nothing to do with none of that. And that's why you cannot get ready to be the remnant and be the remnant, because you think it's associated with a church and a ministry and a covering and a man and somebody got to be. No, it's associated with a prophet, which is me. That's what it's associated. The remnant is associated with a prophet and a prophet only. So all that other stuff that y'all thinking about and doing, running to your jobs and running to your work and running to, none of that. You cannot be the remnant putting so much things in front. of you being the remnant. So I am here. I am here at 7 o'clock. This is the second assignment. We went through the 7-week fast. We went through the 7-week fast. I completed that as the prophet to lead you, to guide you. I have to be an example for you. See, that's what you need. You need examples. And you got all these men and all these elders and bishops and pastors, rabbi and them. What examples are they showing y'all? How to be religious and how to be connected to some kind of ministry or church. No, that's not the remnant job. That's not the remnant job. So we went through our 7-week fast. We fast for 7 complete weeks. I did. I don't even think anyone else did it. Not 7 weeks. Not 7 weeks. You're not obeying. You're not obeying. You're not listening. You're not doing it. You can't be the remnant. You can't. The God of Israel gonna knock y'all people out. I'm telling y'all. If y'all keep playing around, the God of Israel gonna knock y'all people out. I'm telling y'all. This is a serious, serious moment. This is a serious, serious time. This is time for us to transform into the remnant. Sister Linda. Shalom, sis. Shalom. My sister Linda here, you already hit the like button. You already hit the like button, my sister. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, Sister Linda. I'm glad you are here. This year. So what we get ready to do, I'm not going to talk anymore. I come here to do assignment with the remnant. And the topic is doing it together. Doing it together. And let me get the definition of doing it together, see. We cannot be the remnant unless we learn how to do things together as the Hebrew nation. Together, assignment, task, whatever the gods of Jerusalem want us to do, it's got to be together. It's got to be together. Hold on, give me 1 minute. Second assignment. We get ready to read. We getting ready to read. Sister Linda, I know you can't read. You're probably at work. Whoever's at work, I don't know, Yeah, okay. I can't say, the God of Israel understand that. I can't say that. I can't say if he can understand the remnant being at work, that they can't follow the assignments that he put in front of us. No, I can't say he understand that. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. So anyway, let me read what doing it together means. Let me read what doing it together means. Hebrew nation, the remnant. 2 or more people doing an action as a team. It is shared activity. What we get ready to do right now, our second assignment, is doing it together. It's a shared activity. People work towards the same goal. And what is that goal that we are working towards? What is that goal that we are working towards? That goal that we are working towards is to be the God of Israel remnant, the Hebrew nation. That's the goal. That's the goal that we are working towards. It's a goal. It's a goal. Our goal is to connect. My goal is to connect y'all to the gods of Jerusalem. You think you connected, but you're not. You're not connected. And I'm speaking to the remnant as a whole. as a whole, okay? So yeah, it's a shared activity, people working towards the same goal. This can mean physical tasks, sharing an experience of emotional support, types of doing it together, working as a team. That's number one. Working as a team. The remnant, working as a team. 7 Hebrew claps for my sister Linda. She is here, even though she at work. 7 Hebrew claps for you, my Hebrew sister. So it said, example of working as a team. 2 people bake a cake. One person mixes the batter, the other person bakes it. That's working as a team. See, we don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know anything about that because you haven't been taught that. You haven't been taught by your elders and your pastors and your bishop now to work as a team. You have not been taught none of that. None of that. You don't know how to work as a team. You don't know how to support one another and be with one another and take care of one another and look after one another. This is what the gods of Jerusalem want to teach us, how to work as a team, as the remnant, as one nation under their gods. Okay? That's what it's all about. So it says, sharing an experience. And we're going into our first chapter, the King James Version Bible. I'm going to explain the task or the assignment that we're going to be doing this morning for 3 hours. I'll be here. Share an experience. People do an activity at the same time for fun or connection. That's what working as a team means. People doing Hebrews, remnant, we doing the same activity for connection or fun, connecting with each other, connecting with our gods, connecting to the Hebrew nation, connecting as the remnant. That's what it's got to be, some togetherness. It's got to be some togetherness. It just can't be, right here on this YouTube platform. It's got to be a greater way that we connect as the remnant. It's got to be. Y'all got to get rid of all your fears and all your shyness and all your lack of communication skills that you might have, feeling that you can't say something good enough. You got to get rid of shy and I don't like talking to people. Get rid of all of that. You have to get rid of all of that. And the gods of Jerusalem, the mother and the father, Ahia is his name, and the mother of Zion, the beautiful queen. They want y'all to get rid of all of that. All that fear and shyness, and you're not used to talking to people. You don't like talking to people. All of that is your ego. You got to get rid of all of that. But anyway, it's sharing the same experience for connection. Example, friends or family eat dinner as a group. Families don't even eat dinner together no more. What family you know? Black people that eat dinner at a table together. None. Absolutely none. And that's why families are so divided and they hurting each other and they doing this to each other. It's no togetherness. I'm reading the definition of doing it together. That's the topic today. Providing emotional support. Okay. So we're just going to stop right there and we're going to go right into the assignment. So the words that mean the same thing, doing it together mean cooperating, collaborating, teaming up, and partnering. So we're going to go to Genesis chapter 1. I'm going to be here for 3 hours with y'all today, Remnant. 3 hours, and we're going to read the King James Version Bible for 3 hours. That's day 1 of assignment number 2 for 7 weeks. So Genesis chapter 1, doing it together as the Hebrew nation. In the beginning, thank you, guys of Jerusalem, Mother and Father. I give you all the glory, honor, and praise. I worship you. I honor you. I glorify you. I thank you and I magnify you. You are great gods, and there's no gods like y'all. Y'all are great and wonderful gods. Forgive us for all our sins. Forgive me for all my sins. I confess all my wrongness. I confess everything before you, Mother and Father. Here I am today, your prophet. In the beginning, our assignment is about to begin. If you can, if you, Sister Richardson, Sister Daylise, these are Hebrew sisters, daughters of Zion. Sister Linda, I don't know, she at work. These are daughters of Zion that I know that are the remnant. Okay, I know for 100% that they are the remnant. So if y'all are here, open up your Bibles if you can. If you're not at work, and again, I can't say that the God of Israel going to forgive y'all for this one. I can't say that. But me as the prophet, I'm right here with my Bible, my King James Version Bible open. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form, and void and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God, Ahia, moved upon the face of the waters. And God, Ahia, said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God, Ahia, saw that the light, that it was good, and divided the light from the darkness. Verse 5. And God, Ahia, called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God, Ahia, said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God, Ahia, made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. It was heaven. In the evening and the morning was the second day. Verse 9. And God, Ahia, said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God, Ahia, called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters called he the seas. And God, Ahia, saw that it was good. And God, Ahia, said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seeds, and the fruit trees yielding fruits after his kind, whose seeds is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass and herbs yielding seeds after his kind, and in itself his kind. And God, Ahia, saw that it was good. Genesis 1:13. And the evening and the morning were the third day. And God, Ahia, said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven, to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God Ahio made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser to rule the night. And he made the stars also. And God Ahio set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God Ahio saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And God Ahio said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that have life, and the fowls that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God Ahio created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God Ahio saw that it was good. And God Ahio blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth. Verse 23 of Genesis 1. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. And God Ahio said, let the earth bring forth living creatures after his kind, cattle, creeping things, and beasts of the earth after his kind. And it was so. And that's why I say to y'all, let me finish reading this, and I'm going to tell y'all exactly what I want to say to y'all. Verse 25, and God Ahio said to the beasts of the earth after his kind, and the cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind. And God Ahio saw that it was good. And God Ahio said, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish, over the sea, over the fowls of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and every creeping thing that creep upon the earth. So God Ahio created man in his own image. And in the image God Ahio created he him, male and female created he them. And God Ahio blessed them. And God Ahio said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowls of the air, over every living thing that move upon the earth. And God Ahio said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in that which it is the fruit of the tree yielding seed to you, it shall be for you meat. Verse 30, and to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl of the air, and to everything that creep upon the earth, where there is a life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God Ahio saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. So what I wanted to say to y'all, this is our second assignment moving forward as the remnant. This is a second assignment. Only a prophet can lead you to the gods of Jerusalem. Only a prophet that he chose, a prophet that he set up in the earth to do that. And I wish y'all had some kind of way that I can hear y'all voice. The God of Israel would love to hear the remnant reading this morning. Not just me, reading. It's private. But he would love to hear Sister Linda, Sister Richardson, Sister Daylise. He would love to hear y'all reading this morning, doing the assignment together as one. He would love that. But unfortunately, y'all are so caught up into, and I'm just telling y'all the truth. I have to always be honest and truthful with y'all. Y'all are so caught up into y'all life and the things that y'all are doing that you just don't have no insight to come together as one, as the remnant, so we can follow the assignment together as one, as a team. No one have any insight. No one have said anything. Oh, we can set this up, prophet. We can do it this way. That way we all can just come together and we can do the second assignment together and we can all read together. And that would be so very beautiful. So very beautiful. But see, y'all put too much time and too much focus on your life and what you are doing. And that's the problem. That is the problem here. And I can see it so clear as the prophet. I can see it so very clear that your life is so tied up into y'all. What every day, your job, your life, you just tied up. You just tied up. You just tied up. Just to get some money to pay some stupid bills. And that's all it's about. Just to get some money to pay some stupid bills. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. To pay some stupid, dumb Gentile bills. You can't do what the God of Israel want you to do. Because you so tied up in paying some stupid, dumb Gentile bills. How y'all gonna serve the God of Israel in this world and in this life? That's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. And that's why he told me, daughter, I'm gonna tear this world inside out. And he doing it right now. He doing it right now. Everything is collapsing. And y'all still want to run after it, chase the money. It's all about money. That's what it's all about. Money, money, money. So y'all can pay, again, some stupid Gentile bills and buy some stupid Gentile clothes and some stupid Gentile food. So we going to Genesis chapter 2 now. Going on in our assignment. We got to be here 3 hours. Thus the heavens and the earth was finished. We're going to read the Torah for 7 weeks straight. This is our assignment as the remnant. 3 days a week, 7 weeks. Torah. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 7 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. 7 o'clock. I'll be here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Not 5, 7. Thus the heaven and the earth were finished, and all the hosts, Genesis chapter 2, of them. The Torah, that's what you need, the law, nothing else. All that other stuff, y'all can throw that in the trash. Throw it in the trash. Please, you only need the Torah. That's it. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the 7th day, God higher ended his works, which he had made. And he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made in Jerusalem. All his work that he made in Jerusalem, he rested. Jerusalem and all over the world. But that's his post, Jerusalem. And God Ahia blessed the 7th day, which is the Sabbath, Saturday, and Shabbat, and sanctify it, because that in it he rested from all his works which God Ahia created and made. See, the Sabbath day is only 7 days in creation. One day with the God of Israel is 1,000 years. Verse 4. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that a higher God made the earth and the heavens. Every plant of the field before it was in the earth, he made it. Every herb of the field before it grew, for a higher God had not caused it to rain upon the earth. And there was not a man to till the ground. Hold on, y'all. I'm remembering something right now. I got to write it down. Okay, it's just a dream that I had, a vision last night while I was sleeping this morning. I had to write it down. So we're right here in Genesis chapter 2 for our second assignment as the remnant, as the Hebrew nation, doing what the gods of Israel want us to do. Verse 6. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground. And a higher God formed the man of the dust of the ground and breathed it into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. You are a soul and not flesh. When the God of Israel breathed it into your mother, the mother and the father, breathed it, you became a soul and not flesh. That's what the gods of Jerusalem after, your soul. After your soul. That's what, yeah. And a higher God, verse 8, planted a garden eastward in Eden. There he put the man whom he had formed. So the God of Israel made a garden eastward in Eden. And there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made a higher God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the middle of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden. A river went out of Eden to water the garden. And from this it was parted and became into 4 heads. The God of Israel did all this amazing things for Adam and Eve. He made the garden and then he put them in the garden. Once he created them outside the garden, he brought them to the garden. Verse 10. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden. Wow, so beautiful. And from this it was parted and became into 4 heads. The name of the first is Pasan, that is it which compasseth the whole land of Havilah, where there is gold. And the gold of that land is good. There is bullion and oxen stone. And the name of the second river is Gihon. The same is it that compassed the whole land of Ethiopia. And the name of the third river is Hiddekelea, Hiddekel. That is which goeth towards the east of Assyria. And the fourth river is Euphrates. And a higher God took the man and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it and to keep it. And a higher God commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, Adamah, you can eat it. But of the tree of knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the days that thou shalt not eat of it, for in the days that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. And the higher God said, it is not good that Adamah, should be alone. I will make him a helpmate for him. I will make him a wife. I will make him a wife for him. Not no helpmate. Don't go with that King James Version Bible. A wife. A partner. A partner. That's what they was in the garden. Partners. Not no helpmate. She wasn't his helpmate. She was his partner in the garden. They did everything together as one. And a higher God said, it is not good that man should be alone. Verse 18. I will make him a helpmate. I will make him a wife, a partner for him. And out of the ground, a higher God formed every beast of the field, and every fowl of the air was formed from the dust of the ground, and brought them unto Adamah to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adamah called every living creature that was named thereof. Verse 20. And Adamah gave names to all the cattle, and to the fowls of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adamah there was not found a wife or a partner for him. And a higher God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adamah. And he slept, and he took one of his ribs, that's what the King James Version Bible say, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which a higher God had taken from the man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adamah said, this is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of me. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. And they were both naked, the man and his wife, and was not ashamed. Genesis chapter 3. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which a higher God had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have God said you should not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruits of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the middle of the garden, a higher God have said, we shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, you shall not surely die. For God a higher doeth know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Yes, the serpent knew the name of the God of Israel. All the animals knew his name. The animals could actually talk back then. The animals could talk just like us. They could talk. So yes, the serpent knew who the God of Israel, and all the animals knew who the God of Israel was in his name. They knew. So right here in Genesis chapter 6, Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired, to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave it unto her husband, which with her, and he did eat. And the eyes of them was both, them both were open, and they knew that they was naked, and they sewed fig leaves together to make themselves aprons. Verse 8. And they heard the voice of a higher God walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adamah and his wife Hava, that was his Eve, her name is Hava, hid themselves from the presence of a higher God among the trees of the garden. And a higher called unto Adamah and said unto him, Where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, Ahiah, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. And he said, Who told you that you was naked? Who told you that thou was naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree where I commanded you? I commanded thee that thou shouldst not eat. And the man said, the woman, and the man said, Hava, the woman, Hava, whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the higher God said unto the woman, Hava, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman Hava said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. Verse 14, and a higher God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. And on thy belly shall thou go, and dust shall thou eat all the days of your life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise thy heel. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow, and thy conception in sorrow. Thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. So all of that is part of the curse. All of that is part of the curse. Okay? And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. The serpent seed is Satan, the beast children, the beast people. See, that's who it is. It's a lot of trillions of them in the earth right now. The beast people or the beast children, Satan's kids, that's the serpent seed. It's not just Esau, like Elder Ricard taught you. It's not just Esau. It's deeper than Esau. The serpent seed is not just Esau, like Elder Ricard taught you. The serpent seed is the beast people or the beast children. They can be white, they can be Asian, they can be Chinese, they can be Africans, they can be any nation, any nationality. They are the beast children, the serpent seed. Okay? And they don't like the remnant. They don't like the remnant. They don't like the chosen seed in the earth. They don't like us. They don't like us because they know who we are. They know they know we are the remnant. They know we are the children of the gods of Israel. So it's just not Esau. The serpent seed is Satan's children, okay? And they can be any color. So don't let Elder Ricard give you that elementary teaching that he give y'all, what y'all think is the truth. It's deeper than what he can believe and what he teaching and what he know. Way deeper. So let's keep reading. I know who the beast children is. They already have been given over to the beast because the book of life is closed. They already been given over. The book of life is closed. It's closed. Sealed. So, right here are the curses. Okay, and it said, unto the woman, it said, and your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. That's the curse. That's the curse. A man ruling over you is a curse. A man telling you what to do, when to do, how to do, what to wear, where to go, what to eat, what to have, what to drink. That's the curse. It was not meant for a man to rule over us. It was meant for us to rule over each other, man and woman. Verse 17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened, only in agreement. Everything just happened. When I say rule over each other, I'm just saying everything with a man and a woman have to be agreed upon. The man just can't tell you what to do without confiding in you and asking you, is this something that you want to do? Is this something that you can do? He just can't force you to do things. He can rule, the curse is that he ruled over you. But it wasn't like that before. It was just that y'all was partners in everything before they bit off the tree. And unto Adam, verse 17, Adamah. He said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten off the tree of which I commanded you, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shall thou eat of it all the days of thy life, Adamah. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth unto thee, and thou shalt eat the herbs of the field. You listen to your partner, your wife. That shows you right there that they was in agreement with everything in the garden. Adam didn't rule over his wife in the garden. They was partners. They was in agreement with everything. They both agreed to bite off the tree. Eve took the fruit. She ate it first. Hava, she took the fruit. She ate it first. Then she gave it to Adamah. It's just that simple. Okay? It says right here, verse 19 of Genesis chapter 3. And the sweat of thy face shall thou eat bread, till thy return unto the ground. For out of it was thy taken, Adamah. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. And Adamah called his wife Hava, named Eve. If you look up the word Eve, it means Hava, okay? Hava. Because she was the mother of all living. And Adamah also and his wife did a higher God make coats of skin and clothed them. See, Eve, Hava, she's the mother of all living things. Okay? She's the mother of all living things. Just like the great Holy Spirit. Y'all call her the Holy Spirit. The great Holy Spirit. She's the mother of all living things. Just like Hava. And a higher God, verse 22, said, behold, the man is become as one of us. The man, that's why I tell y'all we are gods. Because what Adam and Eve did, Adam and Hava did, they became as the mother and the father of the gods of Israel. They have became as one of us, the mother, the son, and the father. They have became as one of us to know good and evil. And now lest he put forth his hand, Adamah, and take also of the tree of life, and eat and live forever. See, they had to get up out the garden. Because, see, they was going to take the fruit, the tree of life. The tree of life. They was going to take that fruit and they was going to live forever. Even though they had became flesh. They was wicked and evil. They had became wicked and evil. So the God of Israel said, no, we got to get rid of them up out of here. Because we don't want no evil people living forever. Not here in this garden. They can live forever in hell with Satan, their father. But not up in here in paradise, in the garden that we made. We don't want no wicked and evil people up in here. So he got to go. Him and Hava, they got to get up out of here. Verse 23. Therefore, a higher God set him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. That's Gabriel. Gabriel is over paradise. He's over the garden. Gabriel. He's the angel that's protecting the garden. Gabriel. He's over paradise. So our second assignment, Remnant. Don't play, y'all. Stop playing. We are the children of Israel. We ain't got time to play no more, y'all. The second assignment. Go ahead and look for your church. Whoever go look for y'all church. Go look for your God, Satan. Don't come here. Don't come here. Go look for your God, Satan. Go look for your family, the beast people. Don't come here on this platform. Go, please. Stay up out of here. Satanic beast people. So, we on chapter 4. Why am I reading the Torah? The first 5 books of Moses. Considered as the law. We don't have the Hebrew scrolls. That's all we have. Why is the God of Israel pushing me or pushing us right back to his law? I just taught the law for 5-6 months straight. And now we've been pushed right back to the law again. See, y'all don't understand the importance of the law. Verse 4. He's not going to let us get away from it, Hebrews. He's not going to let us, especially the remnant. We're not going to get away from this. So y'all can get all that other stuff, the gospel of Essene gospel and All that stuff Elder Ricard and them teaching y'all and guide you, not guide you, yeah, guide you and Gabar and all Rex, Zion Rex and ICU now. Y'all can get rid of all that stuff. Ain't nothing but philosophy. See, that's all that is. Philosophy. Their own opinion, their own understanding that don't come from the gods of Jerusalem. It's philosophy. And they charging y'all money to hear philosophy. When y'all can just pick up the first 5 books of the King James Version Bible and get all the knowledge and get all the wisdom and get all the insight and get all the understanding that you need to know about your life. That's all y'all got to do. Leave the rest of that stuff alone. It's not the Torah. It's not the Hebrew Scrolls. It's not something that can connect you to the mother and the father of the kingdom, the Hebrew kingdom. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Remnant. Leave it alone. It's philosophy. And satanic doctrine. That's what it is. It's doctrine that's going to connect you to the beast. Can y'all hear me? All this teaching and all this instructions and all these religions and doctrines, all that stuff is going to connect you to the beast, Satan. That's exactly what it's doing. That's why he got so many children in this world. Because all this stuff that they setting up, teaching and talking to y'all about and trying to send y'all to school to learn and understand and all of that make you the beast children. And all that connect y'all to the beast. And that's exactly what it is. And that's exactly why the God of Israel told me, the daughter, stay away from that. Then stay away from all what man got to say. Man can't teach you nothing. They don't know. They don't know me. They don't understand me. They don't know what I want. Stay away from that, daughter. Put your mind on what I want you to do. Listen to me. We got the list. Y'all don't love GOCC. Now y'all ready to connect with some more people. You ready to connect with some more elders and some more churches and some more ministry. Well, what I'm going to do, you're going to find the gods of Jerusalem, remnant. You ready to connect to some more madness. Ooh, God Israel. So right here, we're on chapter 4 now, moving right along. And Adamah knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Ahiah. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep. My Bible was kind of broke out right there. Where am I right here? Oh, yeah. That page went out. Let me see, can I pull it up? My Bible is so well read that some of the pages are missing. I gotta get a new Bible, y'all. Let me pull this up on my computer. King James Bible. A lot of people being kidnapped right now. I had the dream or the vision. I think I spoke about the vision right here. on this platform. That a lot of be careful because they're trying to kidnap. They're kidnapping a lot of people, and that's going on. They're kidnapping a lot of women and men. And men. I had the vision before it even started, like it is right now. It's very okay. Let's see right here. Ain't nobody but the beast children, Satan children. That's all it is. They want to take the remnant up out the earth. They want to take the remnant up out the earth. Okay, Genesis chapter 4. Let me get this right here. Genesis 4. Okay, verse 1. Okay, right here. It says, and Adam knew his wife, Adamah knew his wife, Hava. And she conceived and bare Cain and said, I have gotten a man from Ahiah. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of the sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Ahiah. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock, and of the fat thereof. And Ahiah had respect unto Abel, and to his offering. But unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect. And Cain was very angry, and his countenance failed. What was the difference in these two brothers? They both had an offering. They both had an offering. What was the difference? What was the difference? They both had an offering. They both, Cain had fruit, and Abel had sheep, lamb meat. But they both brought an offering. Okay, they both brought an offering. Ahiah liked fruit. Yes, he liked fruit. And he liked sheep and goats, lamb meat and goat meat, and cow meat. Yes, he liked that. But his favorite meat is lamb and goats. He liked a lot of that. And he liked fruit. Cain had fruit when he bought it. But he didn't accept Cain's offering. And that's very key to understand. He did not accept Cain's offering because Cain offered it. He tried to offer it to the gods of Jerusalem, the mother and the father. They're always going to be together. They are one. They're partners. He tried to offer it to the mother and the father and their little son, Yeshai. Their son, not little son, big. And they just didn't want his offering. They didn't want his offering because the way Cain grew his offering, it wasn't a way that the gods of Israel wanted him to grow it and wanted him to take care of it. That was the problem. That was the number one problem. See, he tried to bring the God of Israel an offering the way he wanted to bring it, and the way he wanted to grow it, and the way he wanted to present it to him. And that don't work with the God of Jerusalem, Ahiah. That don't work. You have to grow it 3 years, and you can't touch the fruit for 3 years. You have to let it grow for 3 years and not touch it. The fruit trees. He probably didn't even do that. He just probably let it grow for a year and try to give it to the God of Israel. And then he had the wrong kind of spirit also. He had the wrong kind of spirit. He had the wrong kind of attitude. See, that's another thing with serving the gods of Jerusalem. You got to have the right kind of attitude, the right spirit, the right attitude, and you got to do it exactly the way they want you to do things. So the fruit tree have to grow 3 years. They didn't want that fruit tree Cain let grow 1 year or 6 months or 2. However, it was not the way they wanted it to be. So they did not accept it from him. Same with us today. It have to be their way and not ours. So right here it said, verse 6, and Ahiah said unto Cain, why are you angry, Cain? What's wrong with you? And why is thy countenance falling down? You so sad. You so low. You so angry. If thou do what's right, Cain, that's what Ahiah told him. If you do what's right, if you do well, should thou not be accepted? And if thou does not well, sin is at your door. And unto thee shall be his desires. Where am I at? Yeah. And unto him, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule. Oh, wow, man. Look what happened, y'all. I went all the way back. Wait a minute. What's going on here? And unto Cain's offering, having no sin. Okay. And Ahiah said, wow, thou. And if thou doest well, shall thou be not accepted. And if thou does not well, sin lie at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Again, the same thing that Adam and Eve went through. They got cursed. And Adamah ruled over Hava because of that. And right here it is saying, verse 8, and he also talking about Abel also. I think so. I'm not going to go into that right now to just clarify. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. Yes, that's what the God of Israel was saying. And why is thy countenance fallen? If you do well, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Because Cain was the oldest brother. He was the oldest brother. And Cain talked with Abel his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and killed him. He killed his brother just because of his own. He didn't want to do it the way the God of Israel wanted him to do it. And the God of Israel didn't accept his offering. So he got mad at his brother and jealous and envy-hearted of his brother and took his life. Verse 9, and Ahiah said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I don't know. I know not. He lied right there. Am I my brother's keeper? I think I could pick it back up right here in the Bible and see. Oh, not yet. Now I'm my brother's keeper, he said. Verse 10 of Genesis chapter 4. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother Abel blood cried unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, Cain. You are cursed from the earth. which have opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from your hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto Ahiah, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid. Get away from me, Cain. Don't even come up to me no more. You belong to the beast. You belong to Satan. You belong to Satan. You belong to him. And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that find me shall slay me. And Ahiah God said, and Ahiah said unto him, therefore whosoever slayed Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And Ahiah set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him. He still was a vagabond, and he still was the beast, Satan child. His offense was too great. He killed his own brother. A lot of that is happening right now. A lot of that. Is these people going to be forgiven? Absolutely not. They're going straight to hell when they leave this earth. They can go to prison for 20 years, 50 years, 60 years of life. It don't matter. When you take innocent blood, when you kill your brother or your sister, and they innocent, and they righteous, and they ain't did nothing to you, oh no. No, you got to pay for that. So where are we now? Verse 16 of Genesis chapter 4. And Cain went out from the presence of Ahiah and dwelt in the land of Nod on the east of Eden. And Cain knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Enoch. He built a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch. And unto Enoch was born Arad, and Arad begot Mehajel, and Mehajel begot Mastulah, and Mastusalel begot Lemich, and Lemich took unto him two wives, and the name of the one was Adaha, and the name of the other Zillah. And Adah bare Jabal. He was the father of such as dwell in tents, and of such as have cattle. Okay? So it's talking about Cain and his wife and his children. That's what that is talking about. The murder of Cain. The first murder in the earth was Cain killing his brother Abel. In verse 21 of Genesis chapter 4. And his brother's name was Jabal. He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ. Okay? The harp and organs. And Zillah, she also bare Tubal Cain, an instructor of every artificer and brass and iron, and the sister of Tubal Cain was Naamah. Going into a lot of history right now. Cain's children and his wife. His two wives, he had two wives, not one, two. And Lemech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lemech. Hearken unto my speech, for I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold. And Adam knew his wife again, and she bare a son, and she called his name Seth. For God said, she have appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. And to Seth, to him also were born a son, and he called his name Enos. Then men began to call upon the name of Ahiah. Genesis chapter 5, next verse. Genesis 5, next verse. And Adam knew his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. Wait a minute, where am I at? That's Genesis chapter 4, y'all. Sorry about that. Is that 4? Wait a minute, let me see. Yeah, that's 4. I'm trying to get this thing to move. Okay, Genesis 5 now. This is the book of the generations of Adamah. In the day that God Ahiah created man in the likeness of God, Ahiah made he him. Genesis chapter 5, verse 2. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adamah in that day when they were created. And Adamah lived 130 years, and begot a son in his own likeness, after his image, and he called his name Seth. And all the days of Adamah lived was 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years, and begot Enos. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 870 years, and begot sons and daughters. Wow. You see how long they live? Now people dying at 12 years old, 1 years old, 2 years old, 10 years old. Look at this powerful, life-changing events. Okay. And it says, and Adam lived 130 years and begot sons in his own likeness and after his image. Adam lived 130 years. Verse 3. And begot sons in his own likeness after his image. And he called his name Seth. We got a son. Seth was his son. He was 130 years old. And in the days of Adamah, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years. And he begot sons and daughters. In the days of Adamah, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years. So Adam was 800 years old. Adamah, our father Adam. He was 800 years old, and he begot sons and daughters. Amazing. Very beautiful and very amazing. And all the days that Adamah lived was 930 years, and he died. They had like 30-some children. I think it was 33 children. Him and Hava, they had a lot of children. 33, I think it was. It's in the book of I think the book of Jubilee. In the book of Jubilee or the book of Adam and Eve, one of those books. And Seth lived Self lived 105 years and begot Enos. And Self lived and after begot Enos 870 years and begot sons and daughters. Wow. His son Self was just like his daddy Adam. He lived to 800 years and then he started having sons and daughters. Amazing. Genesis 5 verse 8. And all the days of Self was 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begot Kenai. And Enos lived after he begot Kenai 850 years and begot sons and daughters. So 850 years after Self died, Kenai, Enos lived. He had oh my God, it's so beautiful. It was so beautiful. They was having children at 8 and 9 and 7, 800 years. They was having children. And Kenai lived 70 years. And you know, that made me think about something. That brings something to my mind. How is it that Cain and his children, Adam and his children, how is it that they was having children at 7 and 800 years? And they tell us today, once we get 60 years old, we can't have no more kids. How is that? How is that? How is it that the lifespan of a woman is cut off from having children once she stopped bleeding through her uterus? How is that? That's amazing to me. That's absolutely amazing. That's deep. That's very deep knowledge that I need to think more about and talk to the gods of Jerusalem about that. So where are we? And he died. Enos was 900 years and he died. Verse 12. And Canaan lived 70 years and begot Mahalaliel. And Canaan lived after he begot Mahalaliel 840 years and begot sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan was 910 years, and he died. And Mahalaliel lived 60 and 5 years and begot Jared. And Mahalalel lived after he begot Jared 830 years and begot sons and daughters. All of them was like 800 years old, Sister Linda. And they got sons and daughters. Wow, that is so very amazing. It's something about that, something prophetic about that. 800 years old, and they all begot sons and daughters after that. Oh, that's very amazing. That requires me to have some deep concentrations on that, deep studies and understanding. And Jared, verse 18. Okay, verse 17. And all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. And Jared lived 162 years, and he begot Enoch. And Jared lived after he begot Enoch 800 years, and he begot sons and daughters. See? Yes. And all the verse 20 of Genesis 5. And all the days of Jared was 962 years, and he died. And Enoch, the righteous man, Enoch. And Enoch lived 60 and 5 years and begot Methuselah. And Enoch walked with a higher God. After he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. And Enoch, verse 22, he walked with God. Ooh. And after he begot Methuselah 300 years and begot sons and daughters. So he had Methuselah first, 300 years later, he begot sons and daughters. So Enoch had a lot of sons and daughters also. It wasn't just Methuselah. He had other sons and daughters. I ain't gonna say a lot, but he had sons and daughters also. I don't know exactly how many. I probably have to read the book of Enoch to get that information. And all the, yes, probably the book of Enoch. And all the days of Enoch was 300, the book of Jubilee. All the days of Enoch was 365 years. Verse 24, and Enoch walked with a higher God. And he was not, for a higher God took him. And Methuselah lived 807 years, and begot Lamech. Verse 26. And Methuselah lived after he begot Lamech 782 years, and begot sons and daughters. There you go, 700, 800. And all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. And Lamech lived 182 years, and begot sons. 100 now, 80 in 2 years. So he was 180 in 2 years, 182 years old. He got sons and daughters. And he called his name Noah, as Noah's father, Lamech. Self, Adam and self children. Lamech. This is the generation of Adam. Adamah. So y'all can see the assignment. And Lamech lived 802 years, and begot sons. Verse 29. And he called this name Noah, saying, this same shall comfort us concerning our work and toil of our hands, because of the ground which a higher have cursed it. And Lamech lived after he begot Noah 595 years, and begot sons and daughters. So Lamech, Noah's father, he lived 595 years, and he began to get sons and daughters. Wow, so amazing and beautiful. And all the days of Lamech, Noah's father, Lamech, were 777 years, and he died. And Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot and Noah was 500 years old, and Noah begot Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Noah 3 sons. He was 500 years old. Noah was a righteous man. So can y'all understand, Sister Linda? And maybe Sister Richardson is here, I don't know. Can y'all understand that doing the assignment, following the guys of Jerusalem, what they want us to do, is not easy. It's not easy. That's why Cain couldn't keep up with the fruit of the ground. Because, see, to do what the gods of Israel want you to do, you have to be fully committed and fully dedicated to what they are asking you to do. Me sitting here reading the Bible, the King James Version Bible with y'all over YouTube. Sister Linda said, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, wow, Sister Linda, yes. It's amazing and it's very beautiful. The Torah is very, very beautiful. I love the Torah. I love the first 5 books of Moses. It's very amazing and very beautiful how our ancestors, the way they were so blessed. They were so blessed. They were so beautifully blessed by the gods of Israel. Our ancestors had so many children. They was 800 years old, 500, 900, just so very blessed. So yeah, like I was saying, keeping up with the assignment for 7 weeks, it's going to be a sacrifice. And see, that's why the gods of Israel, the mother and the father, they want us to do it because it's a sacrifice. And you can't do it like Cain. Don't do it the way Cain did it. Because the God of Israel going to look at what you are doing, what he asked us to do. Our instructions was for 7 weeks to read the first 5 books of Moses. 3 hours a day, 3 times a week. It's a sacrifice. And why is it a sacrifice? Because we got so much other stuff that we want to do, what we got to do. That's why it's a sacrifice. And you got to do it right. And you got to be honest. And you got to be dedicated. And you got to be true. If you're going to be the remnant, if you're going to receive that power and that connection and that transformation and the manifestation, you got to do it correct. If you don't, it's going to be just like Cain. It's just going to be like he's not going to accept it. He's not going to accept you. He's going to curse you. He's going to curse you some kind of way. He's going to do something to you. So yeah, me just sitting here reading is a challenge. And I got to do it for another hour and a half. It's a challenge. But I have to do what the gods of Israel want me to do. And that's why I say we need another platform. So I can tell somebody else to read. Sister Linda, you at work, you can't read. Oh, Sister Richardson, is she at work? See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why we need our own finances. We need our own finances. We need our own way of survival. We need to be so that little check that they give us ain't doing nothing. It's not doing nothing, that Gentile check that y'all get every week. It ain't doing nothing. Believe me, it's not. We need our own source of income. We need our own source of food. We need our own source of water. We need our own source of everything. That's the remnant moving forward. Y'all got to stop being so afraid to step out into faith, into believing that the gods of Jerusalem can take care of us. Y'all got to stop being so afraid to move forward. So it's a challenge for me to sit here. But I love the gods of Israel so much that I know I got to continue doing what they want me to do. Because again, I have to teach the remnant how to be self-sufficient and how to have a sacrificial life towards the gods of Israel. A sacrificial life, meaning that you're no longer in control of your life. They in control. And whatever they say, you must do it. Think about that, Sister Linda, Sister Richardson. It's so easy to survive outside of their paycheck. It's so very easy outside of their paycheck. It's easy, y'all. If we just come together as a team, as a group, as one. It's so very simple. So where am I now? We are on Genesis chapter 6 now. And it came to pass when man began to multiply on the face of the earth. You don't want to be like Cain, y'all. That just keep coming to me to tell y'all. You don't want to be like Cain. You don't. Cain didn't want to grow the fruit trees the right way. He tried to take the God of Israel some fruit and the mother of Jerusalem some fruit that didn't go through the process of being clean. See, the fruit have to be sanctified. And he didn't want to sanctify the fruit. He just wanted to give it to the God of Israel any kind of way, whenever he want. It have everything dealing with the gods of Israel have to be sanctified. You have to be sanctified. I have to be sanctified. Everything we do for them must be sacred and sanctified. As they said in the Christian church, sanctified. Means set aside, set apart, sacred. What we are doing right now today is sacred. It's a sacred act because they told us to do it. That's why it's sacred. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, Genesis chapter 6, and daughters was born unto them, that the sons of God, the angels, saw that the daughters of men, that they was beautiful. Adam children, Seth children, Lamech children, Methuselah children, Enoch children, Methuselah children. The angels saw that these women that was born into earth, the daughters of Zion, they was beautiful, beautiful women. They wasn't just no any women, okay? No Africans and all of that. It was nothing but the Hebrew nation. It was nothing but the Hebrew kingdom. It's nothing but the Hebrew gods. That's all it ever been. One nation. One nation. With three gods over that one nation. The 12 tribes of Israel. That's all it ever been in the earth. It's nothing else. Everything else is just a reject. Everything else that was created in this earth is a reject. It's only the Hebrew nation. It's only the 12 tribes of Israel. It's only the Hebrew kingdom. It's only the Hebrew gods. It's only our ancestors. We are the first people that was created in the earth. Adam and Eve was Hebrews. All their sons and daughters was Hebrews. Noah, all of them, Hebrews. So you have to understand the power that we hold as being the first people on the face of the earth. We the first people. And we will be the last people on the face of this earth. Because the earth was created for us. The earth was created for Hebrews and Hebrews only. Yes. The gods of Jerusalem created this earth for us, so we can rule and subdue this earth. So it's only the Hebrew language. It's the first language. It's the only language. Ain't no all this other stuff these people be speaking, German, Russian, all of that, Portuguese, all of that stuff, all them languages. The God of Israel is only concerned about the Hebrew language, which is the first language and the only language. All the other stuff is rejects. That was created outside of the garden. That was created outside of the garden. Outside. When you know, the angels started sleeping with the women, and the women was daughters of Zion. I told you. It was very beautiful. Very beautiful. Because it wasn't no Africans right here in the book. It wasn't no Africans in chapter 6 of Genesis. It was only Hebrews. So who do y'all think the angels slept with? Daughters of Zion. Verse 2. That started Genesis 6:1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters was born unto them, that the sons of God, Ahiah, saw the daughters of men that they was beautiful, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And Ahiah said, my spirit shall not always strive or be with man, for that he is also fleshly. Flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. It took Noah 120 years to build the ark. And that's when the God of Israel came in and flooded the whole entire thing out. It was flooded out. Noah prophesies, because he's a prophet. Methuselah right along with him prophesies, telling the sons and daughters of Adam and Eve, Seth, Lamech, Jar, Methuselah, all of them. Cain and his people, they was somewhere else, doing something else over there, whatever they was doing. He separated Cain from the children of Israel, the Hebrews. He sent Cain out into the earth, and he became a vagabond. And his family was a vagabond right along with him. He was not allowed to be around the children of Israel, the Hebrews. So right here, the God of Israel said, my spirit is not always going to strive with them, man, for that he is flush, his days is 120 years. And there was giants in the earth in those days. Also after that, when the sons of God came in into the daughters of Zion, or the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old men of renown. And Ahiah God, or God Ahiah, saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented Ahiah that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. And Ahiah said, I will destroy man, whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man, beasts, and the creeping things, and the fowls of the air. For it repent me that I have made them. And Noah found grace or favor in the eyes of a higher, righteousness in the eyes of a higher. So everything that the God of Israel made when he created Adam and Eve to take care of it, he destroyed all of that. Everything he destroyed. He said, it have grieved me that I made these animals. Even the animals was going off. Like they going off today. Even the animals going, they was cursed too for what? Everything was just going off. Everything was just out of season. Everything was just out of pocket. Everything was just out of the instructions of the gods of Jerusalem. Everything was out. Just like everything is out now. So he said, I repent. Oh, I shouldn't have made these animals. I shouldn't have made the man. I shouldn't have made Adam. I shouldn't have made Eve. I shouldn't have made nothing and nobody. I shouldn't have made the angels. They going crazy. They don't went against what I told them not to do. They can't sleep with no woman. They angels. How you going to go and sleep with a woman? You're not human. An angel is not human. So they went to sleep with women and they made giants. Nephilims, they call them. Giants. Wicked and evil giants in the earth. Demons. So he repented to God of Israel. Now, verse 9, these are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just and righteous man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God just like Enoch. Excuse me. Just like Enoch. Noah's grandfather, great-grandfather. Just like Enoch. Perfect. Walked with the God of Israel. And he was perfect. So don't tell me you can't be perfect. Yes, you can. Perfect is just righteousness. Following the Torah, the Hebrew scrolls. That's what perfect is. It ain't you joining the church and, being faithful to your church and being faithful to your ministry and, excuse me, being faithful to your elders. And that's not being perfect. That's being religious. But being perfect, just like Noah was perfect, Enoch was perfect, Methuselah was perfect. Perfectness is righteousness. That's what it is. It's Torah. It's Hebrew scrolls. So whatever y'all trying to do to get your life right with God, or the Most High y'all call it, whatever y'all trying to do to be perfect, you have to follow the Hebrew scrolls to be perfect. That's the only thing gonna make you perfect is the law. That's what made Noah perfect. He followed the law. That's what made Noah perfect. Not Adam. Adam didn't follow the law. Him and Hava, his wife, they broke the law. Now these are the generation of Noah, was a just man and perfect in his generation. Noah walked with God. And Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupted. Ooh, it's worse right now. It was corrupted back then, and today is so much worse. And the earth was also corrupted before a higher God higher, and the earth was filled with violence. And God higher looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh has corrupted his way upon the earth. Excuse me. Excuse me, my allergies up, y'all. Excuse me. And all flesh hath corrupted their ways upon the earth. And God higher said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shall thou make in the ark, and shall pitch it within and without with pitch. And Genesis 6:15. And this is the fashion which thou shalt make of it. Make it up. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, the breadth of it 50 cubits. Yeah, my allergies on y'all. Excuse me. The breadth 50 cubits, and the height of it 30 cubits. A window shall thou make to the ark, and in a cubit shall thou finish it above. And the door of the ark shall thou set in the side thereof, with lower second and third story shall thou make it. Let me get some water, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me, Sister Linda. My Sister Linda. Hang in there, sis. Hang in there with me. Okay, verse 16. Verse 17 of Genesis 6. And behold, I do bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all the flesh, wherein is the breath of life. The breath of life is what keeps us alive. The breath of life comes from the great Holy Spirit and the God of Israel. They give you the breath of life from under heaven, and everything that is in the earth shall die. But with thee shall I establish my covenant. See, there go the law again with Noah. And thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons, and thy wife, and thy sons' wives with thee. And of every living thing of all the flesh, 2 of every sort shall thou bring into the ark, to keep them alive with thee. They shall be male and female, of the fowls after their kind, and of the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing of the earth after his kind. 2 of every sort shall come unto thee to keep them alive. And thou shalt, hold on, y'all, hold on. Excuse me for the noise. Okay? And every living thing, verse 19, of all flesh, two or every sort shall thou bring. And it say verse 21, and take thou also thee of all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee, and it shall be for food for thee and for them. So, excuse me, the only food that Noah could eat was good food in the ark. He kept the law. They all kept the law. They was not allowed to eat pork. That's why the God of Israel said, take unto thee good food, Noah, and put it right there in the ark where you and your family can eat it. Take the sheep and the goats and the cows, put it in your wherever. Take you some good food so you'll be able to cook you some food. And the angels, they slept with the women, the daughters of Zion. And they corrupted themselves. And they corrupted the earth. And the people in the earth, Adam's generation, Hebrews, they corrupted the earth. It was Hebrews. Nothing but Hebrews. They corrupted the earth and they went against the God of Israel, the mother and the father and the son. They corrupt their way. And the God of Israel said, come on, Noah, make an ark. Talk to these people. Tell them what they're doing wrong. Show them what they're doing wrong. But did anybody listen, Sister Linda? Not one person. Ain't that amazing? Not one person listened to the prophet Noah. Not one person. Sister Linda, you said never been taught so concise, understanding blessings. Oh, Sister Linda, I'm so glad you getting it, sis. I'm so glad you getting it, Sister Linda. I'm so glad you getting your understanding. I'm so glad you getting your blessings and your insight that the God of Israel want you to get through me. I'm so happy, Sister Linda, that you understanding the prophet. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, Sister Linda, that you can hear me and that you understand me and that you receiving. You and Sister Richardson. Y'all are both of y'all. Y'all two sisters, I'm telling y'all. Y'all are receiving what y'all need to receive from the gods of Israel so y'all can grow, so y'all can transform, so y'all can know, so y'all can be empowered. So I'm so happy, Sister Linda. I'm so happy you my Hebrew sister. I love you, Sister Richardson, Sister Daylise. I love y'all so very much. So much. If it's anything I can help y'all with, please don't be shy, don't be nervous, don't be none of that. Get in contact with me, please. Okay. I'm glad you learned it, sis. I'm glad you learned it. Okay, this is what the gods of Israel want. They want us to learn the Torah. That's what they want us to learn. That's what's going to change our life. So Noah was out there, tell them, come on, y'all, come on, come on, come on. It's gonna rain. The flood is coming. He's going to kill everybody. He's going to kill everything. Come on in the ark with me. Come on in the ark. But none of them would listen. Not one person. What a shame. That's a shame. So right here, Noah did, verse 22. Noah did Noah according to all, excuse me, my allergy, Sister Linda. Wow. All that God commanded him, so did he. So everything that the God of Israel told Noah, That's why he was perfect. And that's why he was righteous. Because he did everything that the God of Israel told him to do. Y'all, and that's why we on our second assignment. Because the God of Israel is going to make us, we're going to become perfect, and we're going to become more righteous, and we're just going to be the remnant, and we're just going to be empowered, and we're just going to be, so very powerful and so very anointed. Yes. Yes. How hard do you think it was, Sister Linda, for Noah to talk to thousands and millions of people? It was very complicated for Noah to do that. Him and his granddad Methuselah. It was very, very complicated. Very, very complicated. But he had to do it. He had to do it. He couldn't do it the way he wanted. He couldn't tell the God of Israel, no, I can't do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not finna talk to these people because these people not gonna listen to me. These people ain't gonna accept me. These people gonna want to kill me. And yes, they wanted to kill Noah. Yes, they wanted to kill him. They wanted to do it, but they couldn't touch him because he was very, very powerful. So us doing our assignments, us doing what the gods of Jerusalem want us to do, is going to empower us, Sister Linda. It's going to empower us to be the remnant. That's what it's going to do. Now we on chapter 7, the flood. Wow. We on the flood. So Noah did. Why Adamah? Why he couldn't do what the God of Israel commanded him and Hava? Noah did it. Whatever the God of Israel commanded Noah, he did it. That's because Adam, and his wife, Hava, Eve, they didn't want to do what the God of Israel told them. That's exactly what it was, y'all. They did not want to obey. You ain't going to get nowhere. You ain't going to do nothing without the God of Israel. You can forget it. You can forget it, bro. I'm telling you. Verse chapter 7 of Genesis. And the highest said unto Noah, come thou and all thy house into the ark. For thee have I seen righteousness before me in this generation. Of every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens. Then I tell y'all number 7. That's why it's got to be 7 weeks for us, Sister Linda. 7-week fast, 7-week assignment, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Everything got to be 7 and 3. Completeness. That's what the God of Israel, the gods of Jerusalem, mother, they want to complete the remnant. It's time for us to be completed. And every clean beast thou shalt take to thee by sevens. The male and his female, and of the beasts that are not clean by 2, and the male and his female. Of the fowls also of the air by 7s, the male and the female, to keep seed alive upon the face of all the earth. For yet 7 days. There goes 7 again. See, y'all I'm telling y'all, Elder Ricard, Goccee, they didn't teach y'all the significance. They just say 7 mean complete, but it's deeper than that. It's so much deeper. Number 7 is a very deep number concerning the gods of Israel is deep, so very deep, Sister Linda. For yet 7 days, verse 4 of Genesis 7, and I will cause it to rain. In 7 days, Noah, it's going to rain upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made, 40 is another sacred number with the God of Israel. Every living substance that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth. And Noah did according to all that Ahijah commanded him. And Noah was 600 years old when the floods of water was upon the earth. And Noah went in the ark, him and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives, with him into the ark because of the waters of the flood, of the clean beasts and of the beasts that are not clean, and of the fowls of everything that creep upon the earth. There went into two and two upon two and two. So the unclean animals was 2 and 2. The clean animals was 7 and 7. 2 and 2 unto Noah into the ark, the male and the female, and God had as God had commanded Noah. So all the animals that we supposed to eat as the children of Israel, they all went in the ark by sevens. 7, 7, 7. All the unclean animals, they went in by 2, 2. See the difference? See the difference in clean and unclean? Cleanness and righteous people, righteousness, have everything to do with 7. 7, y'all. Woo, glory, glory, glory. This is our first week. We got 6 more weeks. Verse 10 of Genesis 7. And it came to pass after 7 days. After the 7 days, there you go again, that the water of the flood was upon the earth, and in the 600 year of Noah's life, in the second month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the deep, of the great deep, broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. So this was the second month that the flood happened in the earth. March is the first month. March, April is the second month. And the rain, and you know April is when it rains a lot anyway. And the rain was upon the earth 40 days and 40 nights. And that self same day, see, into Noah and Shem and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah and Noah's wife, and the 3 wives of his son with him into the ark. Ooh! They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind, and every creeping thing that creep upon the earth after his kind, and every fowl after his kind, and every bird after the sort. And they went in unto Noah. My God, Noah was a powerful man. Woo, Noah was a powerful man, y'all. Noah was a powerful, powerful man. He had all the animals up in there, and he was powerful. This man was nothing but a prophet, man. Straight up prophet. So very powerful. And guess what right here it says? Verse 14. They and every beast after his kind, and all the cattle after their kind. Wow. And every creeping thing that creep upon the earth after his kind. Wow. And every fowl after his kind. Every bird and every sort. And they went into Noah, into the ark. 7 clean males, 7 clean females. 7. The God of Israel created all things in 6 days and rested on the 7th day. And they went in unto Noah in the ark, 2 and 2 of all flesh. Those are unclean animals, where the breath of life. And they that went in, male and female of all flesh. And God Ahia had commanded him, and Ahia shut him in. So Ahia put a seal around the door of the ark. Noah could not open it if he wanted to open it. He could not open that door, because the God of Israel sealed it. He told the angels to put a seal around the door. Image. Wow. Yes, Sister Lynn. Image. Just think about that. How powerful Noah was to deal with all the animals. Ooh, yes, powerful. It's mind-blowing. It's really mind-blowing. This is our ancestor, the Hebrew man. Where's our Hebrew men? Are they doing what Noah do? Can they do what Noah did? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They can't do nothing. They just weak little men that ain't got no power, that ain't got no manifestation, that ain't got nothing. They can't do it. They can't do nothing for us, Sister Linda. We got to do it for our own self. That's why the God of Israel took my husband up out of here years ago. Same with you. You had to be free. And so did I had to be free also. Because they was a snare to us moving forward, my Hebrew sister. So right here, Genesis 7:17, and the flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth. Ooh, glory, glory, glory. And the waters prevailed and was increased greatly upon the earth. And the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high hills and were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains was covered. Oh, wow, it was so much water. The mountains was covered. Everything was covered. Everybody was dead. Everybody was dead. Everybody drowned to death. All the animals that was left, they drowned. Everybody died. And all flesh died, verse 21, that moved upon the earth, both of the fowls and of the cattle and of the beasts and every creeping thing that creep upon the earth, and every and man, all in whose nostrils was the breath of life, the breath of life. That's why you breathe in and out of your nose, because the breath of life is in our nostrils. Life, the God of Israel, life. The mother of Jerusalem, life. The God of Israel, he the only one can give life. He the only one can give life. He's the only one can take life, people, life. Don't you want to connect to a God like that give you life? Ooh, glory. Glory, glory, glory. And everybody that was in the dry land died, and every living substance was destroyed, which was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and the creeping things, and the fowls of the heaven. And they was destroyed from the earth, and Noah only remained alive, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days. Wow, what an amazing story that is. What's so amazing. We on verse 8, the flood ends. Chapter 8 of Genesis, the floods end. And God Ahia remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God Ahia made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters assaulted. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped it, and the rain from heaven was restrained, and the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of 150 days, the water was dried up, abated. It took 150 days to get rid of all the water and all the dead bodies was laying around everywhere, dead and lifeless. All the wicked and evil people that went against the God of Israel, went against what Noah was telling them to do, they all was dead, laid upon the face of the earth. Everybody. The God of Israel took everybody out. See, you don't know this God. You've been taught about another God. He took everybody out. These people evil. I wish I would have never made these wicked and evil people. He's saying the same thing right now today. Oh, I should have never made these wicked and evil people. It's just like the days of Noah, when the Son of Man shall return. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sister Linda. Chapter 8. And God Ahia, he not just God, he God Ahia, a God of Israel, a God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that God. And God Ahia remembered Noah and every living thing and all the cattle that was with him in the ark. And God Ahia made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters ascended. as Sauget. The fountains also of the deep and the windows of heaven were stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters returned from off the earth continually. And after the end of the 150 days, the waters were abated. And the ark rested in the 7th month. There go number 7. 7, 7, 7. After the ark rested in the 7th month, which is September, according to the Hebrew calendar. Yes, September, not July. Look what it said. It rested in the 7th month. So in the 2nd month, which is April, when it began to rain. Ooh, so Noah stayed in the ark. Noah, the water just abated and dried up, and the ark rested on top of a mountain. The God of Israel carried the ark to a top of a mountain. The mountain where he wanted it to rest, where he wanted Noah to begin and start life all over again. That's the mountain that the ark rested on. Wasn't no any mountain. It was the mountain that the God of Israel chose for it to rest on. So it was the 2nd month. It started to rain. April. In the 7th month, September, the earth, it dried up. This is deep. Hold on. Let me check something here. One moment. Give me a minute, Sister Linda. Okay. Look at this, Sister Linda. If we go back to Genesis chapter 7, verse 11, it say, in the 600 year of Noah's life, in the 2nd month, the 17th day of the month, the same day were all the fountains of the great deep broken up, and the windows of heaven were open. See, the 17th day. Now let's go to chapter 8. Chapter 8. It says right here. On the 17th day, Genesis chapter 8, verse 4. And the ark rested in the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month. So yes, it's very outstanding. So the 17th day of the month, that same day, the fountains of the great deep was broken up, and the windows of heaven was open. Ooh, and it began to rain. And then on the 17th day in the 7th month, the 17th day in the 7th month, the 7th month on the 17th day, verse 4, Genesis chapter 8, of the month upon the mount, on the 7th month, on the 17th day of the month, upon the mountains of Arak. That was the name of the mountain. And the waters ceased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, and it came to pass at the end of the 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. So that's amazing. It started raining on the 17th day, and then the ark rested in the 7th month on the 17th day. Wow, that is so amazing. 2nd month to 7th. 5 months. 5 months straight was Noah in the waters, in the ark. Yes. Wow, that's amazing. 5 months. 5 months. Let me check something, Sister Linda. Give me a minute. 5 months. So look at here. 5 months. So a year. 20, 40, 30. Wow, so what I am calculating right now is this. So he said right here in the book of Genesis, the water stayed on the earth 150 days. 150 days, but it rained 40 days and 40 nights. But the water stayed on the earth 150 days. So 150 days is 5 months exactly. Wow. Exactly. 5 months exactly. 150 days. 5 months. Wonderful, Sister Linda. Wow. Outstanding, she said. Absolutely. So we understand in the ark. We understanding the water. We understanding that in a better sense now. Okay, so where are we? Chapter 8, right here at verse 5. And the waters decreased it continually until the 10th month. So in the Hebrew calendar, we only have 10 months on our calendar. We don't have 12 months. We only have 10 months. So all the way to December. Say December, say. December, which is the 10th month. Let me see, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yes, 10th month. We don't have no January and no February. There's no January, there's no February. It's only March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. January, February, that don't exist. Okay? So it says right here, the waters decreased it, continued into the 10th month, which is December, what we want to call December, the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, were the tops of the mountains seen. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark, which he had made. Verse 7, and he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro into the waters, was dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her foot. It was a woman dove, a female. And she returned unto him into the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Ooh. Then he put forth his hand and took her and pulled her into, pulled and unto her and unto him into the ark. Verse 10. Y'all forgive me for my reading. My allergies is up today. And he stayed yet another 7 days. See, there goes 7 again, Sister Linda. 7. See, y'all just think I'm just coming on here telling y'all that we got to do this 7 days. We got to do this 7 days. We got to do this. No, it's prophetic. Everything the God of Israel told Noah was prophetic. Everything that Noah was doing with the ark, with everything, the preaching and the teaching and the talking to people for 120 days, all of that was prophetic. 7 days. See that right there, Sister Lily? It goes 7 again. And he stayed yet another 7 days. Let's see. And again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. So another 7 days came. He sent the dove out again. That's what the God of Israel told him to do. 7, 7, 7, 7. Verse 11 of Genesis 8. And the dove came in to him in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters were abated from off the earth. And he stayed yet another 7 days, Sister Linda. Another 7 days. Sister Linda, Sister Richards, well, another 7 days. And he sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him anymore. 7 is very important. So he sent the dove out. He sent the dove and the raven out. Like 3 times. Like 3 times. Number 3. That's another important number when it comes to the prophetic and it comes to the gods of Jerusalem. And the dove came unto him in the evening. Verse 12 of Genesis 8. And he stayed yet another 7 days, and sent forth the dove, which returned not again unto him any more. And it came to pass in the 600 year and first year, in the first month. 7. Anything that we do, Remnant, moving forward must be number 7. That's how the gods of Jerusalem operate, with number 7. A lot. Look here, and it said, and in the second month, and it came to pass, verse 13, in the 600 year, in the first year, in the first month, the first day of the month, let's look at this. And it came to pass in the 600 first year, in the first month. The first month, look at that. It was the 600 year of Noah's life. Well, it was 600 year. It was the 600 year. In the first month, the first day of the month. What is the first month? The first month is Passover. That's the Passover month. March. It came to pass in the 600 the first day of the month, the waters was dried up from off the earth, and Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and behold, the face of the ground was dry. And in the second month, Sister Linda, on the 7th and 21 day of the month, was the earth dry. And God of highest spoke unto Noah, saying, Go forth of the ark, thou and thy wife, thy sons and thy sons' wives with thee. Bring forth with thee every living thing that is with thee of all flesh, both of fowl and of cattle and of every creeping thing that creep upon the earth, that they may breed abundantly in the earth. And be fruitful, Noah, and multiply upon the earth. And Noah went forth, and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives with him, and every beast, every creeping thing, and every fowl, and whatsoever creep upon the earth after their kinds, went forth out of the ark unto Ahiah. That's where they went, to the God of Israel, Ahiah. And took of every clean beast, of every clean fowl, and offered a burnt offering, see, on the altar that he had made. See, after Noah and his family got off the ark, they gave the gods of Jerusalem a sacrifice. The father, Ahiah, he built the altar, and he took a clean animals and sacrificed to the God of Israel. In other words, he was thanking the God of Israel. He was thanking the God of Israel for what they had done for him and his families and the animals that was on the ark. He was showing the God of Israel that he appreciated what he done for them. Noah built the altar unto Ahiah, and took of every clean beast and of every clean fowl, and offered burnt offerings on the altar, see. And Ahiah smelled a sweet savor. And Ahiah said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more everything living as I have done. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. So because Noah built an altar, and he began to sacrifice clean animals to the God of Israel, The God of Israel, Ahijah, said he smelled it. Oh my God. It was a sweet smell unto him. And he said, because I smelled this wonderful, 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 wonderful meat sacrifice that Noah have made to me. See, he's a God, people. He is a God, and he have to have a sacrifice. No, don't believe that stuff that you ain't gonna never fix no animals for the God of Israel. That's over and done with. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. He said, because of what Noah doing, I'm not gonna do that ever again. And God Ahijah, he blessed Noah and his sons, and said unto them, be fruitful, have a lot of babies, and multiply, replenish the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon every beast of the earth. The same thing he told Adam and Eve to do in the garden, he's telling Noah and his sons. Be fruitful, and his wife and his sons. Be fruitful and multiply. That's what he told Adam and Eve. And they couldn't do that. And the fear and the dread of you should be upon every beast of the earth, upon every fowl of the air. Same thing he told Adam and Eve. And all that move upon the earth, upon all the fishes of the sea, into your hand are they delivered. Verse 3. Every moving thing that live shall be meat for you, Lord. Even as the green herbs have I given you all things. But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, you shall not eat. That's what he told Moses. The same thing he told the children of Israel when they left Egypt and got to the wilderness. You cannot eat the flesh with the blood. See, the covenant, which is the law, it was established with Noah and his family when they got off the ark. The law, it was established again because Adam and his children, they went off. They went off. Chapter 5, verse 5. Where we at? 9:5. And I've been here for 2 hours and 43 minutes. I got another hour. I got to be here for... We're just going to stay to 3 and we're leaving. 3 hours. Another 40, 50 minutes. And surely, verse 5 of Genesis 9, and surely your blood of your lives will I require at the hand of every beast. Will I require it, and at the hand of every man, and at the hand of every man's brother, will I require the life of man. Whosoever sheddeth man's blood by man, shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God Ahijah made he man. So y'all want to know how the God of Israel Ahijah look? He looked just like a Hebrew man, because he a Hebrew God. Verse 7. And you be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth. I'm not talking about these mixed up people. You got Hebrew men mixed up with Chinese, African, European, Esau blood, Spanish. You got Hebrew men that's mixed. The God of Israel don't look like that. They light-skinned and all that. The God of Israel don't look like that. The God of Israel image is just a Hebrew. Because he told the children of Israel never to mix with other nations and other nationalities. We was not allowed as Hebrews, and we're still not allowed today, to marry outside of our race. So the God of Israel looked just like a Hebrew man that have never ever mixed his blood with a Gentile woman. He's the God of Israel. He's the God of the Hebrews. He's not the God of Hebrews mixed blood. No. You didn't never supposed to sleep with no Spanish people, no white people, and Chinese, and Asians, and Europeans, and Africans. You never supposed to sleep with them. Arabs, Arabs. That law stands right now today. Right now today. So right here, Genesis 9 verse 7. And you be fruitful and multiply, bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply therein. And God of higher spake unto Noah. So he was study talking to Noah. Study talking to Noah. Telling Noah exactly what he want, how he want. Just talk. Why could Noah hear the God of Israel so plain and clear? Because he was a righteous man. The God of Israel only speak to righteous men and women. He only speak to righteous men and women. And as we can see through the King James Version Bible, you got to be a Hebrew in order for the God of Israel to speak to you. There's nowhere in the King James Version Bible that the God of Israel spoke to Gentile people. Nowhere. He only speaks to Hebrews. We are his family. We are his inheritance. We just like him. We was created in his image and just like him. So no, he ain't talking to these white folks and these Chinese and these Africans. He don't deal with that. He only deal with his family. He only deal with his inheritance, Israel. So right here he said, verse 9 of Genesis 9, and I behold, I establish my covenant with you, Noah, and with your seed after you. Noah was a Hebrew man. His sons, okay, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem brought forth the Hebrew race. Shem brought forth the Hebrew race. I will establish my covenant with you and with your seed. Noah was a Hebrew man, and his son Shem brought forth the Hebrew race, not Japheth and Ham. Ham brought forth Africans. Japheth brought forth Chinese, Japanese, Asians. All of them come from Japheth. Esau He all the way down the line, or way over there where Rachel, Rebecca, and Isaac. That's when white folks came on the scene. See, white folks are not right here, y'all. White folks are not right. Africans, they came up later with Ham and Japhet. But white folks, they not right here. They not right here because white people don't have nothing to do with Noah and his sons. Amen, prophetess. Thank you, sis. White folks don't have nothing to do with Noah and his sons. So they way down there somewhere. They way down the line, way over there by Isaac and Rebecca. So right here, we glorify the Hebrew nation and the Hebrew kingdom. So I'm establishing my covenant with you. Covenant ain't nothing but the law. Multiply, fill the earth. And with every living creature that is with you, of the fowls, of the fowl, of the cattle, and of every beast of the earth with you. From all that go out of the earth of the ark to every beast of the earth. Verse 11, I will establish my covenant with you. Neither shall all flesh be cut off any more by the waters of a flood. Neither shall there be any more be a flood to destroy the earth. And God Ahia said, this is the token of the covenant, Noah, which I make between me and you and every living creature that is with you for a perpetual generation. So the covenant that he established with Noah is a perpetual, it's everlasting. It's the law. It's the law. I do set my bow in the cloud, Lord, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth. And it shall come to pass when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the bow shall be seen in the cloud. So every time the God of Israel bring a cloud, a certain cloud come in the earth, and the rainbow shine through the cloud. That's him remembering his covenant that he made with our father Noah. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you, and every living creature of all flesh, and every living creature of all flesh, and the water shall no more become a flood to destroy all flesh. And the bow shall be in the cloud, and I will look upon it, Noah. Ooh, the God is say, He's going to look upon it, that I may remember the everlasting covenant between God, Ahia, and every living creature of all flesh that is upon the earth. And God, Ahia, said unto Noah, this is the token of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is upon the earth. So don't come with that stuff talking about Moses gave the children of Israel the law. No, Noah gave the law to his children, especially to Shem and Japhet and Ham. He gave it to all his children. But only Shem is the one that kept the law. Japhet and Ham, they went off. They went completely off, Sister Linda. They went up in Jerusalem and took Sham. It took the land from Sham. Took the land from Shem. They took the land from him. They went off. They didn't want to follow the God of Israel. So the covenant, the law, the Hebrew scrolls, what was established with Noah, our father, Noah. And they knew the God of Israel's name. Of course, Noah knew his name. Adam knew, yes, they knew his name. So don't listen to that stuff that these elders and church people teaching y'all, especially the Hebrew Israelite elders. Talking about the name came, only Moses knew. No, the children of Israel, they always knew the God of Israel's name. Before they even got on the ark, they knew his name. So let's read verse 21. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, verse 18, Genesis 9. And the sons of Noah's sons. And the sons of Noah that went forth of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japhet. Ham, straight up Africans. Canaanites, Egyptians, Ethiopians. Shem, straight up Hebrews. Japhet, straight up Asians. Chinese, Japanese, all of them. And Ham is the father of Canaan. That's why Jerusalem is called Canaan. Because it was Ham's son, Noah's grandson, the one he cursed, that went up in Jerusalem and took the land from Shem. That's why the land is called Canaan. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine and was drunk. Yes, Noah got drunk. That's what happened. That's what happened. And he was uncovered within his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father and told his two brothers without. And under the law, a son or a daughter cannot look on their father's nakedness. That's up under the law. That's the covenant. And that's exactly what happened to Canaan. Canaan. He saw his father's nakedness, and that's against the law. So he broke the law. And the God of Israel cursed him because of that. And that's why he got mad at Noah, and he went up into Jerusalem and started living up in there. And he started having kids up in there. He just took Jerusalem over. And Shem, verse 23, and Japhet took a garment and laid it upon their shoulder and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. And their face was backward, and they saw not their father's neck, of course, because Noah had already taught his sons the law. You can't look on your father's nakedness. You can't look on your mother's nakedness. It's against the law. Verse 24, and Noah woke up from being drunk off his own wine that he planted, his vineyard, his grapes. He made his own wine. And Noah woke up from his wine and knew that his younger son had done what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. Who is his brother? Yeah, them Africans. Then the Hebrews, yes, they are cousins and all that stuff. Yeah. And he said, Blessed be a higher God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. Exactly. So the Africans, they supposed to be serving us. That's part of the curse. They are our servants right until this day. They are our servants. Okay? When you see an African, don't look at them like they over you or they better than you. No, they are under us. They are our servants. That was the curse that Noah put on his grandson. You're going to serve Shem. He didn't like that. He did not like that. Verse 27. God Ahijah should enlarge Japheth and Canaan. God Ahijah shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem. Okay? And Canaan shall be his servant. So Canaan had to serve Shem and Japheth. Shem and Japheth. So the Asians and the Japanese know, yes, Africans are cursed. Canaanites. The Canaanites. They are cursed. Okay? And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah was 950 years, and he died. And right here is the family record of Noah, chapter 10. We are here 3 hours, y'all. I'm going to get ready to leave. We're going to pick it up right here tomorrow at chapter 10 of Genesis. Thank you, Sister Linda, for being here with me. Thank you, sis. Shalom, my Hebrew sisters. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, family. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Shalom, Sister Linda. Blessings. Peace. Amen.